Enjoy, baby. Bye, 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 bye. Well, you gonna guess it? Are you gonna guess it? I wanna hear guesses. Guesses don't kinda am in my Wattpad era. Raise your hand. Who has read Twisted Games by Anna Huang? That's my man's. His ex, aka his stepsister. Oh. Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Is back talking about books. So today, if you look at the title of this video, we are gonna be doing book recommendations based off of your favorite songs. I don't know if there have been any other YouTubers who have done this before. It was an idea that just popped into my head. Maybe it's been done before, maybe there are videos out there of people doing this, but I felt like it'd be really fun. Just a little disclaimer as well, I won't be playing any of the songs that we're gonna be talking about. I'm just gonna be going through the lyrics because I'm not trying to get a copyright claim and I just don't want to risk it, okay? So I'm gonna go through the lyrics, talk about the vibe of the song, talk about the vibe of the book, why I feel like they match, just everything like that. Also, another disclaimer, I have a part 2 to this video that I will be doing in the weeks to come. There's gonna be no Taylor Swift songs in this video right here because I have a whole list of Taylor Swift songs that I'm gonna be doing for part 2. The part 2 is gonna be book recommendations based off your favorite songs, Taylor's version, okay? That's gonna be part 2. I came up with that title. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Imagine this, someone has done this video before and I think I'm a genius by doing this. I'm pretty sure there's been other people who've done it before. But for me, when I came up with that video title, I was like, oh my god, I'm such a genius. I'm probably a stupid ass bitch. The artists that we're gonna go through, a little sneak peek to what this video will be. We're gonna have Arctic Monkeys in here, Joji, Troye Sivan, Doja Cat, Olivia Rodrigo, Steve Lacy. I really wanted to put Lana Del Rey in here, but I just need to find the perfect book for it. Troye Sivan. So that's gonna be kind of what we're gonna be going through. So let's just get into it. Let's get into the video. Let's get started. Sorry, I'm eating gum. You see me chewing, that's what I'm chewing. The first book recommendation I want to do based off your favorite song is number 1. If your favorite song is I Wanna Be Yours by Arctic Monkeys, I recommend The Maddest Obsession by Daniel Laurie. Let's go through the lyrics. If you don't know anything about The Maddest Obsession, I'm gonna say Daniel Laurie. He's a very controversial author. There have been tweets and everything of the sort that came out and she was basically canceled for good reason. She kind of stopped writing. She never finished her series, but The Maddest Obsession is the second book to her series of dark romances. They are mafia romances of possessive men, you know, go for a girl. And it's all mafia related. The second book follows a corrupt cop who is kind of like in connection with the mafia and his 8 to 9 year long obsession with this girl who's a mafia wife at the time. And his name is Christian Alistair and he is so... This book, I'm gonna tell you right now, is my guilty pleasure. I love longing. I love pining. I love a romance that spans years and years and years. I love a simp. I love a man who is obsessed with the girl. And I love when my chest hurts reading. I love when my chest hurts reading. I love when there's a pang in my chest. And this book, The Maddest Obsession, this is what that made me feel. For some reason, there's something about this book. There's something about the dialogue, the way he is utterly obsessed with her in a bit of a stalker way, but it's like not haunting Adeline stalker way. This is like endearing stalker. It's my guiltiest pleasure. I reread this book a couple weeks ago because I was in a reading slump. I reread this book. I found more problems reading it this time around than I did the last time I read it. I still eat it up. I still loved it. I still read every single page of this and was, it was so good. And the entire book is just their relationship. There's no side quest. There's no side plot. It was interaction after interaction of this couple. That's a little inkling to what The Maddest Obsession is about. Let's get into the lyrics. I want to be your vacuum cleaner, breathe in your dust. I want to be your Ford Cortina, I will never rust. This, I can imagine Christian Alistair, the simpiest of simpy men, saying these lyrics. Let me be your coffee pot. Secrets I have held in my heart are harder to hide than I thought. Maybe I just want to be yours. I want to be yours. This man is the simpiest simp. He wants to be hers, okay? I want to be yours. I want to be yours. I want to be your setting lotion. Hold your hair in deep devotion. There's a part in the book, they start hooking up, you know, it's like a hookup situation, and she like can't handle commitment. He's like obsessed with her hair too. They take a shower every night and he washes her hair every night. And he says, I'm washing your hair every night because it's my hair. Oh, it's so cute. I want to be yours. I want to be yours. Literally, I can just imagine Christian Alistair saying this. For the 9+ years that he's wanted this woman, waiting for this woman, and she was never available, I can imagine him saying, I want to be yours. And it's also the vibe of Arctic Monkeys. It's very moody, darker, angsty, and this book fits that vibe. So that's number one recommendation, I Want to Be Yours, The Maddest Obsession by Daniel Laurie. The second song is kind of sarcastic. I put a lot of funny ones in here, okay? The second song is Glimpse of Us by Joji. If this is your favorite song of all time, I would recommend to you, I'm not actually recommending it, okay? But I would recommend to you Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Why do I say this? Let's go through the lyrics. Imagine Miles in this book. Hopefully you've read the book, but basically he is obsessed with his ex. Probably never got over his ex. His ex, aka his stepsister? What? And just imagine Miles saying these words about Rachel. When you're out of sight in my mind, cause sometimes I look into her eyes, aka the main character's eyes, what's her name? Looking into Tate's eyes, saying cause sometimes when I look into her eyes, and that's where I find a glimpse of us, aka with Rachel. I try to fall for her touch, but I'm thinking of the way it was with Rachel. I'm said I'm fine, I said I moved on from Rachel. For 6 years he hasn't been in a relationship, and I'm only here passing time in her arms, hoping to find a glimpse of us. A glimpse of Rachel. And I have proof of why this song matches this book. The ending. They're literally doing it on the ground, okay? They're both crying. Miles is crying. Tate's crying. His main girl, the main character of the story, is crying. Miss Doormat over here is crying. And Miles goes, oh God, Rachel. Pardon? Yup! He said his ex's name while they were having sex, okay? This song is literally Miles and Rachel. Miles and Rachel are meant for each other. I swear to God, he never got over Rachel. No matter how much of a happy ending they try to make it, like Tate and Miles got, no. This song is Miles talking about Rachel. 100%, 100%. Can't tell me otherwise. If this is your favorite song, Glimpse of This is your favorite song, then I recommend Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Okay, this next song is also very ironic, and it's just a funny thing I wanted to put in here because I use this in a lot of my videos too. It's kind of like a running joke that it's only a joke with myself. I'm pretty sure none of you guys care or think it's funny. But Mr. Steer Your Girl. Oh, it's Mr. Steer Your Girl. I think that there are so many books where I feel that way. One of them was Every Summer After, you know, spoiler alert, like the brother. There's just so many books where it gives that vibe where it's like, oh, he just stole your girl. I have a whole list of this. The biggest one where I'll say, just for this video, I could go on, is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. Not me talking about a second Colleen Hoover book in a row. Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. This is just a funny one. I don't think the vibe of the song is the same as the book, but it's a funny one because the main girl in that book, she goes to prison, she loses her baby, and also her boyfriend at the time had a best friend. And when she gets out of prison, she gets closer to that best friend, and then they end up getting together. The main girl and the dead boyfriend's friend. I don't know if that like made sense. It is very much Mr. Steel Girl, Heath, and whatever the frick the main girl's name is, I totally forgot. But them two, they get together. If you have ever watched a TV show, This Is Us, how the dad in that show, Milo Ventimiglia, I don't know if that's how you say his name, but I love him. He dies, and then his wife gets with the best friend. That's basically what happens in this same exact thing. Mr. See Your Girl by Trey Songz. If you like that song, you can read Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. Next one. This one, I just wanted to put the song because I really like the song. I just really like the song, but it was hard for me to find a very specific book that matched the song's vibe and lyrics. But I will say Agora Hills by Doja Cat. If you like this song, my book recommendation would be The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. Very, very random song to do, but I feel like it's because of the dynamic of the two characters in the story. If you don't know anything about The Kiss Quotient, it's one of my favorite books of all time. If I were to go back on it and reread it, I'm pretty sure I'd find a lot more flaws with it, but it has a special place in my heart. It was one of the first like really obsessive books. Like I just thought it was so sweet. It is a rom-com, and it's a reverse Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman being the movie, it's a reverse of that. So it's about a girl who hires a male escort to help her with relationship stuff. And then he is kind of going through financial issues. She's kind of well off, has a good job. The only thing she's really missing in life is that relationship. She's also on the spectrum, so it gives representation for that as well. I just really thought it was a cute book. I love Michael. I think he's so cute and so swoon-worthy. Consent King. And I love Stella. I love them together. There was something so memorable about that story. The way it's written is also very easy to read. I only chose Agora Hills and this song together because it gives that vibe. It's very cutesy. It's very happy-go-lucky, and Agora Hills is kind of like you are swimming in love and lust. The way she's singing it and the way that the lyrics, it feels like you're on a cloud. And that's what reading this book felt like. Not necessarily the lyrics, but I also think the idea of the lyrics, I want to show you off. That's very much a thing that Stella would want to say to Michael. He also does have tattoos. Baby, let me lick your tattoos. That's true. Like, I like PDA. Take it to a safe place. You know, not every lyric in this matches, but I think the vibe overall matches. And I think I could see Stella really wanting to show Michael off, not really caring about his past and where he came from. Stella was like, that's my man. That's my man. Michael's my man. I'm gonna stick with him. And she was obsessed with him. That's why I chose that song. Agora Hills by Doja Cat. If you like this song, I would recommend The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. Awesome. She's like the breadwinner and it's wholesome. Next one. If you like the song Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo, I would recommend to you the book Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This isn't exactly the same lyrics, but the whole idea, I can hear, I think her name's Lacy, telling this to the main guy. You betrayed me, and I know that you'll never feel sorry for the way I hurt. I can see the very immature way of a high school relationship, of not communicating and not talking about what really happened, and Lacy feeling really betrayed, I think to Elliot is his name, about what happened. Even though he was basically SA'd. He was literally SA'd by this girl when he was drunk. I can hear her saying, like, you betrayed me. I know you'll never feel sorry for the way that I hurt. You talked to her when we were together, because they did talk about it throughout the book, about Emma, whatever the frick that other girl's name was. I loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. I guess you didn't cheat, because he was literally SA'd, but you're still a traitor in my eyes. Something like that. I feel like I can see the traitor mentality coming out in here, and I don't know, like, it makes sense to me how I can hear Lacy saying these lyrics and saying that about Elliot, even though maybe she didn't get the whole picture. Also, the vibe of the book and the vibe of the song match really well. It's a little more melancholy. It's about seeing each other again. The melancholiness of the song matches the melancholiness of the book. So there you go. If you like Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo, I would recommend Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. The next song I want to recommend is Bad Habit by Steve Lacy. If you like Bad Habit by Steve Lacy, I want to recommend The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. The reason why is, tell me that this song is not super simpy, just like every single Ali Hazelwood main character, main guy. And you can tell that Adam was head over heels for Olive and just wanted to do whatever she wanted to do, just wanted to be around her all of the time. But he never wanted to tell her how he actually felt. The entirety of their fake dating scenario, he never wanted to tell her that he actually really liked her. He thought he wasn't good enough for her. And I can just hear Adam saying these lyrics to her in his head, in his own headspace. I wish I knew you wanted me. Made a move, could have made a move. I wish I knew I'd be with you. Is it too late to pursue? Literally having a fake dating relationship with this girl that he's obsessed with, and he doesn't say anything. And he bites his tongue like a bad habit. I thought you were too good for me, my dear. Never gave me the time of day, my dear. It's okay, things happen for a reason, I think are sure. Olive, he literally thought Olive was out of his league. Like, she can't like me. He was like a little simpy, but I love him to death. And then he said, say to me if you still want it. I wish you wouldn't play with me, like play pretend. Were you not too good for me? Yeah, that's the reason why I chose Bad Habit by Steve Lacy for this. I just think that he never really told her how he felt, even though it's very obvious how he felt. I can see Adam as a very shy boy, and this song is a very shy boy song. If you liked the song Bad Habit by Steve Lacy, I recommend The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Next, this one is also a funny one. I just put this because I thought it was funny. If you like the song Do I Want to Know by Arctic Monkeys. Once again, Arctic Monkeys on this list. If you like the song Do I Want to Know by Arctic Monkeys, I recommend to you Twisted Games by Anna Huang. You want to know why? Raise your hand. Who has read Twisted Games by Anna Huang? Again, raise your hand if anyone remembers the crawling scene. This is why I chose this song, Crawling Back to You. That's literally it. Also the same vibe. Very angsty, dark romance. Arctic Monkeys gives me dark romance vibes. Crawling Back to You, word for word. And this is a very overdrawn romance that lasts a while. It's a slow burn. I can see it. This is very a slow burn type of song. In your own headspace. I could see Reese being in his own headspace about all of the tension, the sexual tension that he feels with Bridget, but it's forbidden because he's the bodyguard. Also crawling back to you, like literally crawling back to you. I don't know, it just works. Do I want to know if this feeling flows both ways? Was sort of hoping that you'd stay, that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. So it is a forbidden romance for most of the book. They are hooking up. They are doing these things by the halfway point of the book. They're doing these things that they know they cannot be telling other people. The things at night were mainly made for saying the things that you can't say in the daytime, for the forbidden romance aspect of it. Crawling back to you. Even thoughts of calling when you've had a few, because I always do. Maybe I'm too busy, yours to fall for someone new. They both fall for each other. Simmer down and pucker up. I'm sorry to interrupt. It's just I'm constantly on the cusp of trying to kiss you. It's that sexual tension, but I don't know if you feel the same way as I do. I just think it fits. It's the dark romance aspect. The Arctic Monkeys gives dark romance. Crawling Back to You, the forbidden romance. If your favorite song is Do I Want to Know by Arctic Monkeys, I recommend to you Twisted Games by Anna Huang. For that one, I was proud of myself for finding that one because I'm like Crawling Back to You. It's way too on the nose, but I love it. Next, I'm just gonna do one more and then I'm gonna save the rest of mine for maybe a future video if this one does well. So if you like this idea for a video, like the video and then maybe I'll do a part 3 because I do have a part 2. It's gonna be only Taylor Swift songs, but I'll do a part 3 of like just continuing the series. But my last one is gonna be, this is the most random book you will ever get from me, okay? This is the most absolutely random book, absolutely most random pick. But when I heard this song, I love this song. It's one of my favorite songs ever. It came out, I think 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. And for some reason, it just popped into my Spotify recently. So I'm shocked that I didn't know this song. It's so popular. It's Angel Baby by Troye Sivan. I love the vibe of the song. I love the way it makes me feel. It's also very melancholy. It's like you're on a cloud 9, just like other similar songs on this list. I would have put Daniel Caesar in here too at some point, but I'm waiting for like a good book to put with a Daniel Caesar song. Angel Baby by Troye Sivan. The book, most random book ever. You will never guess it. Were you gonna guess it? Are you gonna guess it? I wanna hear guesses. Guesses? No guesses? Sorry, I'm a little delulu right now. Is called The Boy Who Sneaks in My Bedroom Window by Kirsty Mosley. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So sorry, girl. Angel Baby, Troye Sivan, The Boy Who Sneaks in My Bedroom Window by Kirsty Mosley. Why do I pick this book? What is this book? What is this book about? Listen, I read this book when I wasn't really reading that much. I was in my Wattpad era, okay? Still kind of am in my Wattpad era. I'm not gonna lie, I love a good Wattpad AO3 story, hence the Manifold videos. This book is very Wattpad. I haven't touched this book. I haven't read this book in maybe 10 plus years. I think I read it when I was 14, 15 years old. I'm 24. I feel so old, but yeah, I'm 24. And I read this book when I was late middle school, early high school. I think I was 14 years old. And I remember the plot so vividly. There's never books that I remember the plot so vividly. I'm sure if I was a fast reader, and I really want to do it for the future someday on my channel of revisiting books that I've read in the past and seeing if they hold up. But I remember reading this book and being utterly devastated. The Boy Who Sneaks into My Bedroom Window. Being utterly devastated, loving this book, thinking it was the book of all books. It was like the god of all gods. This book is a holy grail, amazing, wonderful, talented, show-stopping, original, never the same. I thought this book was amazing. Looking back on it, it's probably a book that was maybe, it could have been released on Wattpad. The tropes are very Wattpad-esque tropes. It's so cheesy. If you don't know what this book is about, I don't know if it's good, but I just feel like this song fits this book, okay? This book is probably problematic. Like, I'm warning you right now. I don't know if it's a good book, but I remember sobbing my eyes out reading this book, okay? It's like a neighbor's romance. A girl and her brother grew up in an abusive household. The main girl's dad is very abusive, has been abusing his family, his whole family, for years, ever since they were kids. And when they were kids, the older brother also has a neighbor, and there's like a kid who lives in the house next door. He grew up with them, basically. That best friend, his name's Liam, he knows that the dad is abusive, but growing up, they couldn't really do anything about it. They're just kids. It's like a traumatizing experience. It's a traumatizing book. See, I remember the plot so vividly. That's how much this book stuck with me. I don't know if it's good. But this girl, she grew up in this abusive household, and the beginning of the book, the prologue, starts when the dad comes home and he's in a really bad mood. He starts throwing shit around. He starts punching the mom up, abusing the brother. The sister runs to her room, closes the door, and can't fall asleep. Cannot for the life of her fall asleep. She's crying in her bed. She hears her window open, and in comes her brother's best friend, aka the neighbor. His name's Liam. Comes into the door. She's like 8 at the time, and she's crying, sobbing her eyes out. She sees Liam sneak into her bedroom window, hence the name, and help her fall asleep. They wake up the next day, and then every single day after that, this is the premise of the book, every single day after that, Liam comes into the main girl, I forget her name, her actual name, the main girl's bedroom to help her fall asleep. And so since then, for like 8, 9, 10, I don't know, however many years, they sleep together. They help each other fall asleep, and they rely on each other for that. It's so Wattpad, but it was so, when I was 15, 14, this was so cute. This was so cute when I was 14, 15. I was eating this shit up. I was eating it up. And then that's the prologue. Them doing this whole little, he sneaks into her bedroom window every single night to help her fall asleep. She physically cannot fall asleep without him anymore. They grow up. The guy, he's a hockey player too. He becomes a player, bad boy, whatever, Wattpad type thing. They don't talk to each other in the daytime, but then he still sneaks into her room so that they can fall asleep. 10 plus years later, and then they start brewing this relationship as time goes on. The reason why, let's go back to the song. I kind of went on a tangent, but let's go back to the song. The reason why I chose Angel Baby by Troye Sivan for The Boy Who Sneaks in My Bedroom Window is because there's a huge plot point in this book about how Liam calls the main girl Angel. That's not her name though. He always goes, hey Angel, you know, trying to be a player or whatever. And the main girl's like, that's not my name, Liam. Liam, why do you keep calling me Angel? Stop. That's not my name. Why do you keep calling me Angel? His little term of endearment. As their relationship gets closer, it's revealed. Spoiler alert, putting it here. It's so cheesy. It is so cheesy, I swear to God. How do I remember every single plot point after 10 years of reading it? That's crazy. Ever since they were kids, when they were kids and they first met each other, Liam's family moved in next door for the first time, and then they have like a block party or whatever. He meets the main girl for the first time. They're like 5. She's like 5. He's like 7. He sees her for the first time, and he goes, Mommy, why is there an angel in our backyard? And the mom goes, what do you mean, honey? He goes, look, there's an angel. And he points to the main girl. This beautiful angel is in our backyard. Like, it's so freaking cheesy. But he's called her Angel for the entirety of her life because he sees her as an angel. And he thinks that she's so angelic and so beautiful. And his mom's like, no, honey, that's our neighbor. And he just refused to call her anything else other than Angel because that's how he sees her. Oh, the main girl's book's name's Amber. Her real name's Amber, but the main guy, Liam, calls her Angel. And that's like his term of endearment. Now let's go through the lyrics of Angel Baby. This song is so fitting for this book. I need a lover to keep me sane. She's an abuse survivor, a domestic abuse survivor. I need a lover to keep me sane. Pull me from hell, bring me back, play me classic, something romantic, give him my all even when I don't have it. I always dreamed of a solemn face. I don't know, just that, going through trauma. Now I'm in pieces, barely believing, starting to think that I've lost all feeling. I can see her saying this part of the book. You came out of the blue on a rainy day. No lie, I'll tell you how I almost died while you're bringing me back to life. I just feel like in the book they needed each other so bad. You're my angel, angel baby. Angel, baby, you're my angel. Angel baby. He literally calls her Angel. Very on the nose, but the song is fitting. The song is fitting. I saw the lyrics to this and I was like, Angel reminds me of that book I read when I was 14. All the sick and twisted nights that I've been waiting for ya, they were worth it all along. All the sick and twisted nights that she could not fall asleep, she was waiting for him. I just want to live in this moment forever. Because I'm afraid living can't get any better. You're my angel baby, angel baby, bye, 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 bye. Anyways, yeah. So that is my last one that I will do for today. I have a bigger list. I have a huge list I can go on. If you have songs you want me to do or recommendations like of me talking about, if you came up with ideas for songs that match books, leave it in the comments below and then I can go through your comments as well. I'll put it in the new video and just give me your suggestions for songs and books that kind of match. If you have any, let me know down below. This was a little different video. I have a longer list. I feel like this is really fun for me to do. And every time I'm on Spotify, I'm like taking a shower and then a song will come up. This would match this book so perfectly. Just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments down below what you thought about this list. For more ideas for the Taylor's version, because I already have a huge list for Taylor's version. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and I will catch you in the next one.